When I started space research, I would make many pre-drawings and sketches of the sculpture, but after a while I just decided to have a strong main idea in my head and just improvise along it. This helped my work to have a very free and adjustable nature. In most of my assignments, I assembled previously existing items like pebbles, credit cards, gum wrappers, rather than personally crafting objects together. This helped me save a lot of time and allowed for me to make quick and effective decisions and changes in my work. Not really. I didn't because I didn't really need to. I just decided to change my methods with each new assignment, and I never want to stay with just one approach. I want to experiment and mix methods together to create the best possible piece that I can make. I really don't have my own artistic practice yet, really. In fact, I don't even know what an artistic practice really is. To be honest, I'm in a constant state of lost. I don't really know what I'm doing half the time, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I do. But that's the thing that I love about it. There's just an endless amount of ways to improve and experience and grow artistically. And I'm still learning, and I'm sure I'll figure it out. At first I was very conceptual and symbolic in my work, but after I found out that the audience was having a hard time understanding and interpreting my work, because I sucked, I decided to just drop everything I was used to and decided to just be abstract and shape-oriented, rather than strictly idea-oriented. With the first Transformer assignment, I really had no problems with it. It was really just a study of what wood could do or not do. And it was just a very straightforward project that was very organized and pre-planned. But with the second big project, it was the entire opposite. With the second project, I found how difficult it was just to invent along the way. For the second project, I drew no sketches or outlines or preliminary drawings, and I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. But the very fact that it was so free and unprepared left so much room for new ideas and shapes, new forms of construction, and learning. Ironically, I think that the second project was the best out of all three. And for the Five Alive project, the third one, I had a strong basic idea and preliminary sketches, but I didn't have the planned resources available at all. This was completely different from my previous assignments, where I had simple base resources to use, like wood or pebbles, whereas in the final assignment, I had to use a whole variety of different items and resources. This helped me to diversify and elaborate my final project and process. I activated and directed the viewer by putting the work in front of them in a simple and flowing manner. Most of my pieces were very 2D. I didn't really let the viewer walk around them that much, but I did let the viewer become part of the work through the stories I tried to tell through the pieces. I hope that the viewer would take away familiarity and a sense of connection or nostalgia with my work, and I don't really want to present anything new or original, because I know there's nothing new or original to present anymore. It's all been done before. I just want to make a simple connection between the viewer and the piece. I found out that I'm better at just winging the assignment than instead of just planning ahead and executing it. And I've also found out that thinking too much can get in the way of making too much. Through group critiques and personal evaluations, I found out that some people like your work and some people will not like your work. It's as simple as that. I've also found out that the artist has become a questioning and note-taking viewer and critic of his or her own art while making it, so in order to better relate it to the final audience. To me, an artist's opinion, outside of wondering how the piece will finally look, rarely counts. I think if the final audience's opinion does not count, then why are you even planning on presenting it? I would usually just sit on my stool and think about how to make my piece better. And when that got boring and unproductive, I would walk around and talk to my hardworking classmates. Oftentimes this led to funny arguments, personal evaluations about our work, and most importantly, new ideas and ways to better our projects. I love telling stories. People who know me well will know that I will always tell stories whenever I get the chance, whether it's funny, stupid, self-humiliating, or just disturbing. I do this because I love inducing a person to react, whether the reaction is laughter, horror, shock, or glee. Most of my work has a linear and almost story-like format to them, and through my art I wish to tell stories and anecdotes that induce a nostalgic reaction from the viewer. And I want people to relate to my art on more than just an aesthetic level, or else it's not art at all.